Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic, host of Bachelor Nation News. So, Katie Thurston went live on Facebook, on Instagram over the weekend to kind of talk about her breakup. I was actually surprised. I think it's a good thing. I think it's good for people to be transparent and say, you know what, we got engaged in front of the world. I'll tell you about it. And of course, obviously, setting healthy boundaries is good, but also being able to say, hey, he's not a bad guy. I'm not bad. We just figured it's not going to work out. Kind of a very mature conversation she has, but also some very interesting things. So I'll play that for you guys right now. Do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe if you enjoy my content, and I'll be back at the home base later on. So you'll see me back in California, but we were celebrating a fun wedding over the weekend. All right, let me play this for you guys. I'm going to play the full clip. It's 6 minutes, and then we'll talk real quick after it.
Can we just talk about how freaking needy this cat is? I wanted to start this video a minute ago, and then he insisted on being picked up. But hello, everybody who's watching this.
Hello, Katie.
I just want to check, say hello, let you know how I'm doing. Obviously, a public relationship ending is a really shitty thing to have to navigate.
True.
But you guys have been very kind and supportive, and I just wanted to say thank you for being that way to me and to Blake, and just being understanding.
Watch till the end. You'll
I
see
think a lot of people,
a moment.
I don't know, hold too much weight to things that don't matter. You know, like, I don't know. I'm a big believer in, like, your happiness. Your happiness is the most important thing. And that being said, why would you not pursue that? You know, I think a lot of people stay in relationships because they put so much time and effort into it, and they keep waiting for results, thinking like, oh, well, once this happens, it'll change, or once we get engaged, or once we get married, once we have kids, like whatever, things will change, they'll get better, you know. And sometimes you don't have to wait for like a big thing. And that's the thing. I think a lot of people are like, what happened? What's the big thing that happened with Katie and Blake? And it's like, we were together for 6 months. Blake and I are very level-headed and mature, and we communicate very well on our thoughts. And we both knew, like, if this is how our first 6 months was as a couple, going forward, it was going to not be in our best interest for our happiness to stay together. And so we, you know, as mentioned, mutually decided to part our ways. But we still stay in touch. We still support each other. Nothing but love and respect, truly. Sorry, Thomas. Hair's got my freaking eye. Yeah, it's a tough thing to navigate, because then, of course, people question like the authenticity of the love in the relationship. And, you know, for those people passing judgment, like, I can only hope to be so lucky as to find your forever love on the first time, you know?
The Katie snark.
But ending a relationship isn't something new. Ending an engagement isn't something new. Divorce is not something new, you know? And I think Blake and I were very fortunate enough to get things early, and I don't know, made the best decision for us. That doesn't come with its own challenges. Like, we are still processing a lot of like waves of emotion. Like, I don't know, it's a lot. I didn't expect to like do this, but I just wanted to hop on and just say thank you to those who are still here and following whatever my newest adventure or journey is. Sorry. Whew. I just want to say thank you. That's it. Like, really, that's all it comes down to. Yeah, obviously it's a lot. But I was trying to say so confidently, and I am confident in it. It's like I said, it's just a lot of things to go through. Is at the end of the day, your happiness is what's important. You know, and if something is taking that away from you, and that's not even a dig at Blake. It's just a dig at what him and I were as partners. then we owe it to each other to step away. And so that's what we're doing. Anyway, I don't even remember how I started this video, but happy Halloween. Again, thank you for your love and support, and I hope to continue to just get to know you guys as a community of people and show you more of who I am, you know, through my lens, not through the lens of a franchise, not through the lens of like Blake's fiance, but just me as Katie. Hopefully, once I kind of get back in the swing of things, you'll get to see more of who I am and what I have to offer as a person. And I don't know, people from like my TikTok era before the Bachelor, before the Bachelorette, I think got to really see that personality and that girl I miss the most. So yeah, we'll get there. I'm kind of figuring out my life here in San Diego. But that being said, I'm hoping to plan a vision board live, which I know some of you just barfed in your mouth. But if you feel like joining me on my live, drinking some wine, whatever drink of choice, start planning now. Get some old magazines, start clipping out words and images of things that you hope for 2022, and I will let you know as soon as I have a date. We'll go live, do that together, and just get to know each other. Anyway, be safe this weekend. Have fun, and just remember to put yourself first once in a while.
I feel like Katie is the type that does the vision board with like her crystals laid around it.
Why not? That sounds like fun.
You gonna vision board?
Yeah.
All right. So Katie breaks up with Blake. It's natural to play the who started it, who wanted to break up game. Do you know who? I feel like they're just, you can be compatible 9/10 out of the time. I feel like but then you can also fight a lot, which some people have done. I would say we've fought here and there. And, you just decide if it's worth it or not. They decided it wasn't worth it. I mean, it doesn't help that, it's one thing if we fight and you live under the same roof and you're like, all right, we'll repair this. But it's another thing if you need a visa to go see someone. If we got a fight and then I needed to file for a visa to go see Taj, I might be like, go on your way. We don't have bureaucracy to deal with.
All right,
there's no bureaucratic love language. Say goodbye to everyone and join the Patreon. Dave Neal. Patreon.com/Dave Neal. Buy Tasha some new shoes, guys. All right. And then we also have this final headline I'll just show you here from The Sun because I don't feel like it's worth its own video. But Bachelorette Katie Thurston and Blake Moynes split due to distance while Star's outbursts become too much for him. So, of course, it's like one thing, there's different sides to the story. This feels like, and again, I'm not saying I know this because I don't, but this feels like a, Emily Moynes quote, like a mom of Blake. She wouldn't say that. She's nice. I bet you her and Katie have a good relationship. But this definitely you would think came from someone in his camp, as they like to put it. The star's outburst became too much for him to handle, a source exclusively told The Sun. Of course, we don't value these sources whatsoever, guys, right? We don't. This could be anybody. This could be someone that Blake played hockey with who has no clue. Who knows? Shortly after Katie and Blake revealed they have called off their engagement, an insider spoke to The Sun. Both TV stars have been keeping busy, blah, blah, blah. I don't think she flew there necessarily knowing it would be a breakup trip, but she knew they'd be forced to address a lot of things that they had been putting off for a while. Hey, that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to address things you've been putting off. Not willing to relocate after adding that distance was a big factor. Blake wasn't ready to leave Canada and Katie wasn't ready to move there. I have to say, the fact that Katie was the Bachelorette helps me side with Katie on this instance because it's like, he went on the show to marry an American. She didn't go on the show to marry a Canadian. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Does that make sense, Tasha?
I guess, but they have free healthcare.
Tasha says, I guess, but they have free healthcare. That's true, too. Get up there, get that healthcare. San Diego doesn't have free healthcare, but they have a lot of sun and juice bars, and that's as close as we're going to get here in the United States. All right, you don't need to read the rest of the article. It's all hogwash. Anyway, folks, we'll have more content coming your way. Quick plane ride back to Southern California, and then you'll hear from me soon. Live streams before Tuesday's episode and after Tuesday's episode, so we'll be here for that. Plenty of other content coming your way. I have a brand new video I just posted on Facebook on the Dave Neal's community. If you want to go check that video out, it was Tasha and myself talking a little bit about our trip here in Kentucky. All right, folks. Well, we will see you later on. Have a good one. Bye now.